Hey! If you're trying to speak English like a native, this video is for you. There are so many things that native speakers do in real conversations that no one tells you about in textbooks. And today, we're going to show you those little secrets. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell so you don't miss our daily videos, and if you find this helpful, give it a like, it really helps us keep going. Alright, let's talk about something important. Most English learners focus a lot on grammar and vocabulary. That's great, of course. But what about the real way people talk? What about the little things native speakers say that don't always follow the rules? That's where the magic is. If you only learn textbook English, you'll understand the words, but the conversations might still feel confusing or too fast. The good news is, with the right focus, you can fix that. Here's the first thing native speakers won't tell you. They don't always speak in full sentences. You might hear someone say, "Wanna grab lunch," instead of, "Do you want to grab lunch?" or, "Gotta go," instead of, "I have to go." These are called reductions. They're not slang, and they're not lazy. They're just fast, natural English. So if someone says, "Coulda told me," they mean, "You could have told me." These shortcuts are everywhere, and the more you listen, the easier they become. Another thing is that native speakers use a lot of filler words. They're not important for meaning, but they help the speaker think or keep the conversation going. Words like, you know, I mean, so, or, well. For example, someone might say, "So, I was, really tired after work." The important words here are, tired after work. The rest is just the speaker's way of sounding natural. You don't need to copy these all the time, but you should understand them when you hear them. Here's something else, they don't always use correct grammar. In casual speech, it's very common to hear things like, "There's lots of people here," even though the correct grammar is, "There are lots of people." In writing or formal speaking, you need good grammar. But in everyday conversation, the goal is communication. That's why natives sometimes break grammar rules. It's not because they don't know them, it's because they're focusing on speed and feeling. Now let's talk about connected speech. This is something most learners don't practice. When native speakers talk, words often connect together, and sounds change. For example, "What do you want to do?" sounds like, "What do you want to do?" Or, "Did you eat yet?" becomes, "Cheat yet?" This is totally normal. It's not wrong, it's just fast and fluent English. Understanding these changes takes time, but you can start by listening carefully and repeating what you hear. Also, many native speakers use idioms and expressions that don't make sense word by word. If someone says, "I'm feeling under the weather," they're not talking about the sky. It just means they're feeling sick. Or if they say, "Let's call it a day," they mean, "Let's stop working." Idioms are tricky, but they make your English sound more natural. You don't have to memorize 100 of them today. Just learn a few and try to notice them when you hear English. Another useful thing to know is that tone and rhythm matter a lot. English is a stress-timed language, which means some words are stressed more than others. For example, in the sentence, "I don't think he wants to go," the words, "don't," "he," and "go," are stressed. The other words are said more quickly. This stress pattern gives English its rhythm. If you speak too flat, it might sound a bit robotic. Try to listen to native speakers and feel the rhythm of their speech. You should also know that sometimes people don't answer questions directly. If you ask, "Do you want to come to the party?" someone might say, "I might swing by later," or "We'll see." That means, maybe, but they didn't say yes or no. This kind of soft language is very common in English-speaking countries. It's polite, it gives space, and it's part of the culture. And one last thing. Native speakers often use short answers and don't repeat the whole sentence. If you say, "Do you like pizza?" they might just say, "Yeah," or "Not really." They don't usually say, "Yes, I like pizza," unless they're in a classroom or a formal setting. Learning to give short, natural replies will make your English sound smoother and more real. So, here's what you can do. When you listen to English, whether it's movies, podcasts, or even this channel, don't just focus on the words. Focus on how they say things. Notice the reductions, the rhythm, the fillers, the expressions. Try to copy what you hear. Speak out loud. Pause and repeat. That's how you start sounding more like a native. If you learned something new today, share this video with someone who's also learning English. Maybe it's your friend, your classmate, or even someone in your family. Leave us a comment and tell us what was most surprising for you. Do you notice native speakers doing any of these things? And remember, we post new videos every single day to help you on your journey. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell on. See you in the next one.